Slice of Crimes is a fictionalized true crime podcast that delves into complex and sometimes difficult stories. Topics may include discussions and descriptions of violence, abuse, self-harm, sexual assault, suicide, and other sensitive subjects, as well as occasional strong language. Please listen with care and discretion. This podcast may not be suitable for all audiences, especially young listeners.
Nothing is ever exactly as it seems. Slice of Crimes. Infinite thanks.
No Escape. Episode 2, The Interrogation of Maya Canton. Welcome back to Slice of Crimes. I'm Casey, your resident Slice sleuth, and today I'll peel back the layers of what happened in that escape room on January 14th, 2017. We've already learned that Jenner Smith, the golden boy of Riverton High, met a gruesome end, but who among his friends wanted him dead? In this episode, we'll dive deep into the first interrogation. Maya Canton, Jenner's girlfriend. Was she a victim of his charm, or did she have something darker hidden behind those wide, innocent eyes? Before we get into Maya's interrogation, let's clear up a few things. Eddie, the 16-year-old employee at Escape Haven, wasn't guilty of anything except bending the rules for a quick buck. The teens had pooled together $50 to persuade Eddie to let them play individually instead of in the usual two-team format. That was explicitly against the rules posted at the front desk. But money talks, and Eddie not only let them break the rules, he also extended their playtime, allowing everyone to finish rather than ending when the first person emerged victorious. This decision would later complicate the timeline, as Eddie admitted he couldn't say in what order the teens came out, and there were no security cameras back there, only up front. He insisted he had no clue whose idea it was to bribe him. They all chipped in, and that's all he knew. He did mention he had answered a phone call earlier that day, a guy asking how strict the rules are, and does he stick to them? He told the detective he didn't pay attention to the name. Maybe it started with a J. Detective Sarah McAllister took note. That would be one of the many questions she'd ask each of them down at the station. One more detail she asked of Eddie: could he remember ever seeing any of them before? He claimed no, but added that the girl pulled out a punch card, but explained they don't put names on those cards and people share them all the time to get a discount quicker. As for Eddie, his alibi checked out. Surveillance footage from the front desk, which covered the entire entrance and lobby, showed him glued to his phone, scrolling through Instagram and TikTok in between setting up the smaller escape rooms for other customers. With that, Eddie was cleared. McAllister showed Eddie the roll of duct tape that was discovered when Jenner's body was moved. It had been underneath him all along. Eddie recognized the roll, black with the brand Duck Pro printed on the inside. He showed the detectives the one kept next to the register. He explained there's one inside every escape room too, in the toolbox up on the platform. It's for emergency repairs of broken venting or ripped fabric, that type of thing. Ramirez's eyes lit up. He knew McAllister was focused on the knife, but he believed the duct tape was going to crack the case. McAllister was frustrated by Eddie's answer as to why there would be no security cameras in the back areas or inside the escape rooms. He told her the owner said it was too dark back there and there's nothing to steal. All the money is kept up front. Apparently the owner hadn't considered murder. McAllister found it absurd. Cameras should have been back there for many reasons, and being dark made them even more necessary. She shook her head, trying to shake off her irritability. The owner's nonchalant attitude towards security, especially in light of the murder, brought to her mind a chilling realization. The killer knew exactly what they were doing, exploiting every gap in the security. Detective McAllister was certain this murder was no spontaneous crime of passion. It was well planned, and it had to be one of those kids. Inside the police station interrogation room, Detective McAllister sits across from Maya Canton, a petite 16-year-old girl who appears shaken, struggling to maintain composure. Detective McAllister's eyes fixed on Maya's shirt the moment she stepped into the room. Black leggings, thick socks, purple Crocs. Every inch of her was smeared with dried blood. But it was the oversized Prince concert tee that caused McAllister to pause. Deep purple, bold lettering across the front. I would die for you. McAllister knew the song, of course. Who didn't? But under the circumstances, it felt ironic, almost satirical. Maya didn't seem to notice the irony, or notice at all for that matter. What an unfortunate choice McAllister was struck. But something else bothered her more, much more. Her mind drifted ever so briefly, an unusual occurrence for her. She was a precise and skilled interrogator. Every move she made and every word she uttered in this room were almost always calculated, down to the last detail. But this case, well, it was exceptionally grim. The weight of the case pressing heavily on her shoulders, so heavily she could physically feel the pressure. Maya sat dazed and rumpled in front of her, small, fragile, and utterly wrecked. And well, something bothered McAllister. Maya tugged nervously on her black knitted beanie, from which a few bright blonde tendrils of her curly hair sprung out. The cap appeared extra thick, extra fuzzy, and McAllister's thoughts solidified. Warm socks, warm hat, no coat. That would have been unbelievable to Detective McAllister if she hadn't seen the surveillance tape showing Maya and the others entering Escape Haven's lobby. Maya didn't have any type of jacket, sweater, or coat despite the frigid temperature. She offered a blanket and Maya wrapped herself up, knees pulled to her chest, arms wrapped around her legs holding her in her chair. The fluorescent lights above cast harsh shadows, emphasizing the tension in the room. Maya's eyes are red from crying, her body looks limp, and as she waits for the first question, she appears as if she could easily slide right out of her seat onto the floor. McAllister is curious why Maya seems so uncomfortable in her own skin. Is it shock, fear, deception, or just plain awkwardness? How strong is Maya's sense of self, she wonders. Is she a leader or a follower? The detective decides to ease into the questions.
Maya, I know this has been a rough day for you, but I need you to tell me everything you remember. Let's start with the basics. How did you and Jenner end up at Escape Haven today?
It was Jenner's idea. He said he wanted to do something fun, something that wasn't just hanging out at the mall. He thought the escape room would be a challenge, you know? He was always competitive like that.
McAllister was surprised by Maya's steady answer. She must be stronger than she looks, she thought. Then she remembered, Maya was an athlete. That must be where her mental toughness is coming from.
And the others? Jenkins, Blake, Myers. How did they fit into the plan?
Jenner texted them. It was just supposed to be a fun afternoon. We're all friends. Or at least we were.
And the money for Eddie? Was that Jenner's idea too?
Here, Maya noticeably hesitates and drops her head and averts her gaze toward the table.
I don't know. We all just put in the money. Jenner, he liked to do things his way. If he didn't like the rules, he'd find a way around them. I guess we all just went along with it.
Did you notice anything off about Jenner today? Anything different in his behavior?
He was distracted. Usually he's all about winning, about showing off. But today he seemed, I don't know, like his mind was somewhere else. He kept looking at Jenkins like he wanted to say something but didn't. But I don't know, him and Jenkins were like that a lot. And Blake, they hardly spoke at all, which is not normal at all. He got annoyed with me too, like short, because I was creeped out about the castle. I don't like the dark, he knew that already, but he didn't care. He tried to tell me it wouldn't be that dark inside. How did he know that? Well, he was wrong anyway. It was dark and creepy. So I was right.
What about you, Maya? How were things between you two? You've been dating for a while, right?
Yeah, almost a year. Things were... okay. Jenner he was amazing, you know, but sometimes he could be tough. He liked things his way, and sometimes that meant, I don't know. He didn't always treat me like I mattered.
Did you ever feel angry with him? Angry enough to want to hurt him?
No, I mean, he frustrated me, sure, but I never wanted to hurt him. I loved him in my own way.
In your own way?
Maya hesitates again, her eyes flickering with a hint of something. Fear? Regret? Her entire interview has been a study in conflict, as she seems to struggle to remain confident, while her fidgeting and lack of eye contact are telegraphing her discomfort.
I don't know. Jenner he was the kind of guy everyone noticed, but sometimes I felt like he didn't really see me. Not the real me. I was just there. His girlfriend, you know? But I loved him. I really did. I would never hurt him.
Did Jenner ever talk to you about Jenkins, about Blake, about Myers?
Not really. He was close with Blake, but Jenkins, they had a complicated relationship. And Myers, Jenner didn't really know him that well. None of us did. He just showed up one day, and Jenner tried to be nice, but I think Jenner didn't trust him.
Why not?
I don't know. It was just a feeling, I guess. Like Myers was hiding something, but Jenner didn't talk about it. He just watched. I mean, I was with him a lot, and he did just pay attention to Myers more than normal. It's hard to explain. But he didn't complain about him hanging out, he just didn't talk to him. Maybe they were just so different. I mean, they were. Everybody is different than Jenner, you know, he's like superior, so confident. And Myers is like quietly confident, which is way different, but maybe it bothered Jenner.
Did Jenner ever mention finding out something unusual? Something that didn't sit right with him?
No, not that I remember.
You're sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
Hey, Maya, one last thing before you go. Have you ever been to that escape room before?
Me? No, that was my first time.
Maya looks as if ready to escape the interrogation room. The detective has her hand on Maya's shoulder, lightly holding her in her seat. Maya is trembling uncontrollably.
Okay, Maya, settle down. Take a deep breath. We're almost done here. Are you still cold? You're shaken.
I'm always cold. And these questions are overwhelming me. I mean, no, I haven't been to that place, and you keep asking. And I loved Jenner, and he's gone. And what am I supposed to do now? I can't even talk to my friends, and you act like I'm lying. I'm not lying.
Eddie was certain you handed him a punch card.
Yeah, but it wasn't mine. One of the guys handed it up to me. I didn't pay attention, maybe Blake. So I just put it on the counter for that Eddie guy to punch. I think Jenner put it back in his pocket.
You sure? We found a punch card on the floor in the first room. It wasn't in Jenner's pocket. We will be checking it for prints.
McAllister let her sit with that nugget of information. Maya's expression does not change. It was already fearful. She remains silent.
Okay, well, then it was your first time in the room and you had to enter it alone. Were you nervous?
A little. It felt claustrophobic at first. The walls were so close together. It was dark. I almost panicked. But then I looked up and saw the high ceiling and rafters all open above, and I focused on how I feel when I dive. I do this mental thing before I dive to help my nerves. I imagine myself floating instead of falling. It puts me in control over my environment. Coach taught the whole team. That made me feel comfortable, not scared and not closed in anymore. And I turned on a flashlight, which is technically cheating, but I am really afraid of the dark, you know?
What about exiting? How did you feel? Do you know what order everyone exited?
I don't remember the order, but I felt glad to be out of that maze. I was lost and scared, and it was so dark. And I was all alone, so I was happy to get out. And then I got chills for a second because Blake, he had the weirdest look on his face. It was like he was more scared or nervous than me, and that freaked me out.
Did you say anything to him? Ask if he was okay or what was wrong?
No. We're not like that. He'd probably get mad if I said he looked scared. I was dehydrated from being so anxious, just wanting some water, and I had a bottle in my purse, so I just went in my own corner to drink it and wait for everyone. I was surprised Jenner wasn't out before me. I mean, he should have been first.
McAllister knows this was a tight-knit group with Jenner in the center of it, his brother, his best friend, his cousin, and his girlfriend. But these kids spent a lot of time together, and now they're all downplaying their relationships with each other. McAllister's determined to unearth the true ties that bind these kids together.
Look, Maya, you all know each other much better than you're admitting to. Jenkins was especially concerned about you. There must be a reason. Tell me why, Maya.
Ask him.
Maya slowly shakes her head no, eyes cast downward. McAllister will have to come back to her. Maya's depleted the energy she had mustered. She's not going to get anything more from her now.
All right, Maya. We're going to need to keep talking, but I want you to know something. Right now, everyone's a person of interest. We're going to find out who did this, and the truth always comes out. If there's anything you're holding back, now's the time to tell me. Oh, and before you leave, we're going to need your clothes. They're part of the crime scene. Betty, right outside this door, will take you where you can change, and they will give you a jumper to wear home.
McAllister calls Detective Ramirez in. He's been observing via video feed, and he's ready to share his thoughts.
That girl is not telling it like it is. She's telling it like she wants us to believe. Her hesitation when you asked her if Jenner found something out was too apparent, and her quick deflection about the punch card was too abrupt. I'm going with my gut. I don't see us clearing her yet. We got a ways to go. Let's see what the others say about her.
I know, Mike, but she seems scared to me. Maybe she's not covering for herself. She could be covering for one of the others. Or maybe she's afraid of someone.
Maya Canton, sweet, quiet, and seemingly innocent. But beneath that exterior, Detective McAllister senses a deeper story. Is Maya just a victim of Jenner's charm? Or is there something more sinister lurking in her past? As the investigation continues, the detectives will have to dig deep to find out what really happened in that escape room. That does it for episode 2 of No Escape. Anyone feeling close to cracking the case? Well, there's plenty more on the horizon. So keep your eyes, ears, and mind wide open. Join me next time as I dive into the interrogation of the next suspect, Blake Dunstan. And remember, nothing is ever exactly as it seems. How do you feel after an episode of Slice of Crimes? One step closer to the truth? If you haven't cracked the case yet, no worries, you're not alone. But before you go, remember, the mystery doesn't end here. Enjoyed this episode? Show some love. Share Slice of Crimes with your friends, family, or even that neighbor who's a little too interested in true crime. Oh wait, that's probably you. Your 5-star ratings and killer reviews help keep these investigations coming. And I couldn't do it without you. Got your own theories? Burning questions? Or maybe a case you think I should tackle next? I'm all ears. Send your ideas and suggestions my way. The more you engage, the sharper my sleuthing gets. So until next time, fellow sleuths, keep your wits about you. Stay curious. Stay sharp. You never know what the next slice of crime will serve up. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. Infinite thanks for listening today and for tuning in next week.